24 years old, Rochelle Ferreira was in so much physical pain she couldn't do things she loved, like surfing or snowboarding, and working regularly was really tough too. Thankfully, she found our next guest, Dr. Jamie Kaiser from Back into Balance. And Jamie and Rochelle are here. We're going to hear all about your story, which is tremendous. I am so glad you found relief. Jamie, what did you do?
NUCA. Okay. To make it real simple, I want to actually make this interactive for the viewers at home. If you can reach up and just touch your ear right now, okay? When my hand moves up here, every single signal in the world starts in my brain, and it comes down. So whenever I'm moving my hand up here, my lungs are inflating, my stomach is digesting breakfast, okay? My heart's beating, all those signals come from the brain. And the only way that signal gets down there is to pass through this point. So if everything in the world passes through here, and that area is not in the correct position, anything could go wrong. Anything. NUCA
is a chiropractic treatment, and it is very, very gentle, as you're demonstrating. And a lot of people don't realize how impactful and significant it can be with just a very, very light touch.
And that all works because of all the specific measurements we take. Every single person has a misalignment in their upper head and neck, or they can, that's as specific to them as a thumbprint or a fingerprint.
Wow.
And so we take very specific measurements to figure out how to restore proper communication between here and the rest of the body. And when that happens, I mean, we've brought on patients with problems with the neck pain, the back pain, but MS, I mean, all these different problems. We just get the brain working correctly with the rest of the body.
We've talked to people that have been in here that have suffered from vertigo, from back pain, from neck pain. Rochelle, your situation, since you were a little girl, you had some shooting pain in your legs and in your back, and you went through a time, you were saying, for about a week where you were thinking, I can't even function.
Yeah, that week was the worst pain that I've ever experienced in my life. So,
you decided to go to Dr. Jamie. Tell me a little bit of what you had tried before.
I'd gone to other chiropractors that is a different form of, they kind of pop and crack your whole body, which would relieve pain for a short period of time, but then it would just come back eventually. And then some sports medicine doctors as well, but nothing seemed to last.
And you were an incredibly active person, like to surf, like to snowboard, and this completely changed your way of life because you just really felt like you could barely function.
Yeah, it not only changed in just the activities like sports-wise, but also just in my social life and work. And I was in a wedding around the time of the most intense pain, and my parents had to drive me up for that, and I had to be on meds during it. So it was pretty hard.
We're seeing some pictures of you doing some adventurous things, snowboarding, surfing, going hiking. The thought of you not being able to do this, I mean, it just seems like such an integral part of you.
Yeah, it was hard and really scary because I didn't know what was going to happen or what was really going to be going on with this pain.
When you went to see Jamie and you went for the NUCA treatment, were you scared? Did you have anxiety, or were you thinking, I am willing to try anything at this point?
Speaking of scared, it was whenever she came in for her first visit, she was on so many meds that she said, my pain's a 9 out of 10. I didn't see it. She was pretty calm. She came back in for the first visit where we could adjust her. Literally, her knees were shaking together, shuddering. I don't know if you were having a migraine at that time as well. Absolutely completely different person what you're seeing here now. Luckily her mom was with her, so we could actually start working through that.
Well, and you were also sharing that you couldn't drive, you couldn't work because your job involved standing up a lot, and like literally things were coming to a standstill.
Yeah.
So now that you went, explain your experience now. How do you feel?
I feel amazing. I actually just got back from Costa Rica because I went on a sports trip, or a surf trip, so I'm feeling awesome. Right after the first visit, I noticed a change, and literally after the second, I haven't had pain since. So.
Or a migraine.
Or a migraine.
It's absolutely incredible, and I know that you go back periodically for visits about every 3 or so weeks. And do you plan on keeping this sort of a regular maintenance part of your life?
Yeah, I do, just because I've seen it's like an encompassing wellness that I've experienced through NUCA. It's not, yes, it is like the lower back pain and pain through my legs and headaches, but overall I just feel more energized and better than I ever have before. So
it's so wonderful to hear that, because Jamie, I know that you are so passionate about it, which is why you have gone into this chiropractic treatment, and you just can't say enough wonderful healing things about it.
You have to take this to the next level. Okay, we're talking about back pain, neck pain, and she's feeling better, but within the next couple of years, she'll probably be walking down the aisle. How amazing is that, to walk down the aisle and be able to focus on the person you're looking at, not the trouble with walking. Being able to stand there and say your vows and not be completely drugged out of your mind. Being 70 years old, picking up your grandkids without rods and pins in your back. I mean, that's what we do. And so if patients or people are at home and they're skeptical about if this could help them, that's why we come on this show, to be able to tell people, look, there is hope. We may have a solution. Just give our office a call so that you can find out if we can make a difference.
And I think it's incredible. At 24 years old, you're so young, and this really has changed your life, the way you can function, the way you can enjoy life. If people are watching right now, what would you tell them about NUCA?
Take a risk and go for it. And even if it just comes to health issues, or maybe you have pain every once in a while and nothing really seems to work, try it out, because it really has changed my life in more ways than simply just back pain, which that alone is worth it.
So glad that you're here, and you want people to be able to come in and just see if this might be the right fit for them. So I know you have a special today.
Yep. The whole point is give our office a call. You have to make the phone call today, and for the first 12 callers, we do a no-charge consultation and exam where we can go over all the questions that come up. If people want to move forward from that point and figure out how we can actually get them corrected, the NUCA x-rays are only $49. Only stipulation we have is they must make that phone call today just to book that appointment.
You guys are located in Solana Beach.
Solana Beach, patients from Chula Vista, patients from Borrego Springs, patients all over. You know, we're freeway close, as we like to say it.
You're very, very accessible. And I remember you had some folks from Julian that were on, and they said, we don't care how far it is, we would drive to the ends of the earth to feel good. So great to have you. So, Jamie, this is a little bit of information for folks. Again, the special, you have to call today, the first 12 callers. And
we do set up a time. It's a full hour long, and so when they make the appointment, they will get scheduled. We just want to make sure that people are serious, that they want to come in, that we can spend that time answering questions and showing people. None of this stuff is, everyone has a unique misalignment, but you can see before and after. You can actually see the misalignments. You can see things we're talking about in the mirror whenever you come in. So you can actually see what the problem is, and you can see when things change.
So exciting. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks so
Can't
much, Renee.
wait to see more pictures from Costa Rica. Glad you were able to go, and thanks so much, Rochelle, for coming in today. More information, you can always go to our website, san diego6.com, and click on San Diego Living.